Stokes and Mann. Fourth sack by the Redskins on Randall Cunningham.
And there's going to be a penalty against the Redskins. Those are the two bookends. Mann came from the left side. Stokes came from the right side.
Penalty declined.
It was against number 78, who was Antone Davis, who was blocking Charles Mann, who was one of the guys that made the sack.
Jumpy Geathers, number 97.
Yeah, he's a pass rush tackle. He comes in on pass downs to rush from the tackle position.
6'7". Here's Cunningham. Flushed out again. He's going to take off. Chased by Wilbur Marshall and hurled out of bounds by Wilbur Marshall.
Peppers are flying. That's one thing about Wilbur Marshall. You know, he's a different guy. I mean, Seth Joyner's that way too. That these guys are one guy. You see him off the field, nicest guys in the world, quiet, laugh. And then they get on the field, they get in another zone, and they just know how to compete and hit and go after and play. And I mean, they're just different guys.
3rd and 8. Randall Cunningham needs just 6 yards to break that all-time rushing record. Timeout, Philadelphia.
And I'm sure that's the last thought on his mind right now. What he needs is some yards and some scores. And 16-3, and like I said, they just haven't gotten anything going today. They haven't gotten in sync. They haven't established a running game. They haven't established a passing game. They haven't established pass protection. They haven't been able to pick up a 3rd down. I think they've only had 1 3rd down conversion in this game, and whether they're loggy or out of sync or not very good or whatever it is, something's wrong.
Well, you know, you wonder. They were so impressive when they beat Dallas on that Monday night. And then they lost to Kansas City, and then they've been sluggish today. They say that they haven't been looking back and enjoying the success they had on that Monday night, but maybe that's had something to do with it.
And I think this Washington Redskin team has had something to do with it, too,
sure.
because they played brilliantly on both sides of the ball.
Cunningham gets it to Fred Barnett. Calvin Williams again. Sorry. Alvoid Mays made the stop.
I tell you, Monty Coleman comes. Watch down here, number 51. He's going to come on a blitz. He's a 3rd down linebacker. He comes. No one blocks him. You see, Herschel Walker tries. He shoots an air ball, and Monty Coleman hits Cunningham just as he throws the ball.
That is Antone Davis, the right tackle for the Eagles, who had just started to really come into his own. 325 pounds. And he got hit from behind and his knee just buckled. I think it was his own man that hit him, but he really took a shot.
Yeah, here he is right here, number 78. You see he's there in pass protection against Charles Mann. And I think it's when Randall Cunningham is hit there by Monty Coleman. Randall Cunningham goes right into Davis. One thing about, you know, the guy that should block me, you watch Herschel Walker, he's going to come across. He should be blocking Monty Coleman here. He does a terrible job. I mean, you know, you got to get in front of him. You got to make something. You just can't come and misjudge a guy like that and let your quarterback get hit like that. I mean, part of it, I mean, you know, a guy is a runner, but when you have an assignment, you have to slow the guy up, because he allowed Monty Coleman to raise way too much havoc on that play. He got his quarterback knocked down. He got his tackle knocked out of the game.
You got to make some contact.
Yeah, and that's his man. And Antone Davis was really doing his job. He was locked up blocking Charles Mann on the play. And then when Monty Coleman hit Cunningham, he hit him right in to Antone Davis. And now the Eagles took a sack and they lose their right tackle. They've already lost their left tackle. Ron Heller injured his arch in practice on Thursday. Didn't even suit up.
Antone Davis, 325, 6'4".
He doesn't have a lot of skin left.
No.
He doesn't have a lot of jersey left. The guy on his left shoulder was Otho Davis, the trainer of the Eagles, one of the best trainers in all of football. There's the guy in the shirt right there just patting him back. That was Ron Heller. So their two starting tackles are both in the bench, one wearing jeans and the other one limping in his football pants.
They'll have to make an offensive line adjustment with Baldinger. And here again is Cunningham. Chase does get the pass complete to Walker. By Alvoid Mays to stop.
Yeah, they bring Brian Baldinger in, number 62. He has to start off blocking Charles Mann right away, so he just puts his arm right up around his neck, which isn't bad, and just keeps him off the quarterback any way you can. When you come in cold like that, and you're not going to give up a sack, you do anything. You don't care if you hold.
Here's Cunningham with time. Gets the ball to Byers. First down.
I tell you, Baldinger did a job that time on Mann. He's going to have a little help from his back. Herschel comes and help him. But watch him. Boom. He gets here. He gets square on Mann. He stays there. He stops him. He holds a little. Then Herschel comes up. Whap. He hits him once. Baldinger gets in position. Charles Mann never got off the line of scrimmage.
Byers leads again, and Sikahema has taken his place. Cunningham. To Fred Barnett, complete. Another Eagle first down. A.J. Johnson on the stop. Eagles going without a huddle.
That was a timing pass there. In fact, he threw that ball before Barnett ever turned around. I'm sure that Cunningham would like to see Barnett, would like to see Byers back in the game, because that's his other favorite receiver.
Cunningham to Barnett. Barnett out of bounds at about the 10.
You know, he really had three favorite receivers: Barnett for the deep ones, Keith Byers, and Keith Jackson for the other stuff. Jackson's playing for Miami, and Byers was off on the sideline. They're just bringing Byers in now. So Cunningham's two favorite receivers here are number 41, Keith Byers, and Barnett. They're both lined up on the left side.
And they go quickly with no huddle. Calvin Williams and Floyd Dixon are split wide to the right. Cunningham back to throw it. Lofts it into the end zone, and he's out. Calvin Williams made the catch, but out of the end zone.
Well, they had good coverage over here in the left, where he had Byers and Barnett. He was trying to throw over there. He looked to the left. There was nothing there, and I think that Calvin Williams was his third read, and he just kind of threw that ball away.
So a chance for us now that the clock has stopped to tell you 4:45 left to play in the game. Redskins leading 16-3. Eagles first and 10 just outside the 10. Myers and Barnett again to the left. Barnett goes in motion, and Cunningham on the quarterback draw. Down to about the 5. It'll bring up a third down. Stopped by Andre Collins.
Of course, right now the Eagles have to be thinking touchdown, because if they get a touchdown here, that'd give them 9, so they would be within a touchdown of tying the Redskins. So they need 2 touchdowns. They're not thinking field goal.
Cunningham deflected. Monty Coleman with a diving deflection.
There's Cunningham again trying to break up another fight. That's the second time a fight broke out, and Randall Cunningham was the first guy to jump into it. Richie Kotite knows it's 4th down. He has to go for it. See here, you see the deflection right there by Monty Coleman. He's been raising some havoc with this Eagle team. So this game could be on this play.
Monty Coleman, 14.